Hey Alice, what's all the buzz about? I've been hearing everyone talking like crazy.
John, you won't believe it. The deputy director just cornered me and demanded I embezzle $20,000 from the company, threatening to sue me. What on earth is happening?
Whoa, hold up. Embezzling company funds? You're the CEO. Why would you need to pull a stunt like that? This is insane.
He said he had proof, then handed me a file and told me to take a good look at it.
A file? What's inside it?
It's got some weird stats about my money moving within the company, but the numbers are totally off. It's a fake document. I've never done anything like this. Why does he have these financial records?
Did you check your bank transactions?
Hang on. You won't believe what I just discovered.
What is it? Tell me.
In my transaction history, there are withdrawals from the company and transfers from some strange account. I have no idea about this transfer nor the account. You trust me, right?
Of course, Alice. You're my wife, and I've got complete faith in you.
Thanks, honey.
Alice, we need to get to the bottom of this. I can't believe someone would do this to you, and we must clear your name.
I know. But I'm so scared, John. If the deputy director has fabricated all this evidence, what can we do?
First, we should gather all the information we can find. Let's talk to our lawyer and see what options we have. We also need to hire a forensic accountant to investigate these financial transactions. We have to prove your innocence.
You're right, John. I feel so helpless right now, but having you by my side gives me strength.
We're in this together, Alice. I won't let anyone harm you or tarnish your reputation. We'll fight this, and I'll support you every step of the way.
Thank you, dear. I don't know what I would do without you.
We've faced challenges before, and we've always come out stronger. This will be no different. Stay strong, and remember, we have a network of friends and colleagues who will vouch for your integrity.
I appreciate your unwavering support, John. I'll do whatever it takes to clear my name and put an end to this nightmare.
That's the spirit, Alice. We'll start working on this immediately, and I promise you, we'll get to the bottom of this and expose the truth. You're not alone in this, and we will overcome this adversity together.
I love you, John. Thank you for being my rock and my confidant through thick and thin.
I love you too, Alice. We're a team, and we'll always be here for each other.
Hey, Alice. I heard you embezzled company money. You're quite the greedy criminal.
What do you want from me? Be cautious with your words if you want to steer clear of a slander lawsuit.
Well, as your husband's colleague, I have to care about you. We used to be close friends, after all.
Used to be. Now we're just colleagues in the company.
Oh, are you still holding on to that incident from college? It was just an accident.
An accident? You know exactly what happened back then.
Come on, it's because you couldn't keep your boyfriend, not because I seduced him. That kiss was also accidental. It's been almost 10 years. Don't hold on to grudges.
I don't have time to dwell on the past either. If you're texting me to talk about old stuff, forget it. I don't have time for that. Especially from a traitor like you. Now leave me be. I have work to do.
Wow, you're still so fiery even when you're facing jail time. What's your game plan? Trying to wriggle out of this crime?
You better watch your mouth and go away before I lose my temper.
Can't handle some criticism. So touchy. Is that how the CEO rolls? I can't keep my cool anymore.
Stop the nonsense. Tell me why you're texting me.
Oh, serious mode, huh? I want to give you some advice, Alice. Resign.
What?
Step down and hand everything over to the deputy director. He's naturally more capable than you. A young woman like you doesn't have enough capacity for that position.
You must have forgotten who revived this company and made it what it is today. That's me. I rescued this company when it was on the brink of collapse. And now you're telling me to resign? You're out of your mind.
I don't need to know your history. In a few days, everyone will remember you as the CEO who embezzled a ton of money from the company. People only care about the present. No one has time for the past.
I didn't do it. How do you know about this?
The whole company is buzzing about it. The media will catch wind of it soon. Headlines of the newspaper will read, ABC Enterprises CEO accused of embezzlement. Your face will be everywhere, and you'll be treated like a criminal. Your reputation won't be salvageable.
You seem thrilled to see me slandered and crushed.
No, I genuinely feel sorry for you. Pitiful.
I don't need your pity. I'll handle this situation myself.
Oh, that won't work, Alice. We have evidence, even a photo of you with a suspicious individual. What if the headline read, CEO of ABC Enterprises embezzles company funds for a mystery man? I bet that article would get a lot of attention.
What? What man? Don't make up stories. Did David tell you that?
You don't need to know that. He'd make a far better leader than you. We have concrete evidence, and if you go to the police, you'll be behind bars in no time. However, to protect the company's reputation, we're willing to make a deal with you.
What kind of absurd deal is that? I won't agree to such a ridiculous plan.
Well, you should listen while I'm still being reasonable. Don't push me. Do you want to end up in jail that badly?
No matter what you do, I won't agree. I'll find a solution, but I won't let you tarnish my name with such a scheme.
Stubborn fool! You'll regret not taking this deal with me.
Hey, Alice, what's going on? There are reporters and a crowd of people at the company gate. They're screaming and cursing at you and the company.
I know, John. Just leave them be.
Haven't found a solution yet?
I haven't found one yet. Everything escalated so quickly. People are cursing at me, and the pressure is overwhelming. I can't think of a plan right now.
That's terrible. Who started this rumor? How wicked.
I suspect it might be Janet.
Janet? Your best friend?
Stop calling her that. She's not my friend. Yes, I think it was her. She and David did this intentionally to take over the company. They're both despicable.
Really? I didn't see that coming. But how do you know this?
She texted me the other day, offering me an entirely unreasonable deal.
Like what? What did she propose?
She threatened me, claiming she had all the evidence and would report me to the police, landing me in jail. If I didn't comply with her demands, She said she'd utterly ruin my reputation and that of the company.
She actually said that. What a terrible person. So, what did she want you to do?
She wanted me to resign and hand over the company to the deputy director. Plus, I had to return the $20,000 and compensate the company with an additional $20,000. Can you believe how outrageous that is?
Oh God, what a bunch of bastards.
I was shocked when I heard that too.
What if you went along with it?
What are you saying? I'll never agree to that.
Alice, we need to think about this more broadly and carefully. The company is your father's legacy, the product of his hard work. It represents his name and identity. As his daughter, you'd want to protect his reputation, right?
Of course I want to. But with the industry in chaos right now, the company's reputation is bound to take a hit.
That's true. The company is taking a hit because this incident is directly related to you. It's clear that the primary cause of the damage to the company's image right now is you.
What? How can you say that? I haven't done anything to tarnish the company's reputation. Don't you believe me?
That's not what I mean, Alice. I always believe in you, but at this moment, whether through misunderstanding or slander, all fingers are pointing at you. Don't you see that?
I get that. But we can't just hand the company over to them. They'll take it away from us. How could my family company fall into outsiders' hands?
I get that you want to protect the company and you've put so much effort into it. But this might be the only way to safeguard it, Alice. If we wait any longer, the company's reputation could be destroyed by these rumors.
There must be another way. We can find another way. We just need a little more time, and I'll figure out how to save the company.
Alice, I'm standing at the company's entrance right now. The situation is getting dire. People are throwing tomatoes, rotten eggs, and even rocks at the company's door. The security guards are trying to control the situation, but struggling. Are you going to let this continue, or do you intend to call the police to intervene? Right now, you have no way to prove that the transactions were fake, and the police may arrest you.
So, what should I do? Are you telling me to agree to that ridiculous deal?
Are you going to let the company be damaged and the employees face the situation?
But if I agree, I'll lose everything.
Alice, you still have me. I'll help you resolve this and eventually regain your position. Right now, the priority is to protect your reputation. The company can be rebuilt, but your reputation may be forever stained.
It can't be like this. Do we really have to do this?
It's up to you, Alice. Think it over carefully. Do you want to save the company?
My father entrusted me with this company. I have to save it at all costs. For him, for the company.
So, do you agree to the deal?
I have to. I'll resign and hand over the company.
You've made the right choice to save the company, Alice. Whatever happens, I'll be there to support you. I'll help you regain your position as the head of the company. Just wait for this storm to pass.
Thank you for always standing by me. I'm so lucky to have you as my spouse.
Because I love you. But Alice, you need to sign that agreement quickly and exit through the back door. I've arranged for a car to take you away. Hurry!
What's going on?
The front gate is about to give way. Don't let the reporters or the crowd catch you. I'll try to hold them back with the guards. Hurry, Alice, we can't hold out much longer.
No, I can't leave you behind.
It's okay, they can't do anything to me. Just take care of yourself.
I can't do that. I can't just ditch everything and run off like a coward.
Please, Alice, I want you to stay safe. The car will take you to the countryside, where I've set up a temporary hideout. Lay low there for a while to avoid public attention.
What? You prepared everything?
Once everything gets sorted out, I'll come and pick you up. I love you so much, Alice. Please, do it for me. And hurry. I have to go. They just smashed the window.
Wait! John! Janet, bring the agreement to my office.
Oh, have you finally made up your mind? Are you scared of people hurling insults and getting physical with you?
Spare the commentary and just bring the agreement over.
You seem in quite a hurry. Ready to resign and make a run for it? It seems you're not too fond of this company after all. No worries. We'll handle it from here.
I never wanted to leave the company. I had to do that to save it.
Whatever. I'm on the verge of becoming the company president's spouse, and you will soon be nothing to me. You always act so high and mighty, putting on airs, thinking you're better than me, and now you're not even in the same league as me.
You conniving people. You'll pay for this.
Stop trying to make me laugh. What exactly can you do? Keep dreaming about that. Now, I'm bringing the agreement. Be a good sport and sign it.
Hey, John. It's been a month since we last talked. What's happening with the company?
Oh, look who we have here. Hi, Alice. It's been a while. How's life in the countryside?
Who is this?
It's me, the president's wife, Janet.
What? Janet? Why are you using my husband's phone to text me?
Well, he's busy, so I'm responding for him. Tell me about life in the countryside. I'm quite curious about what it's like for someone less fortunate.
What is he up to? Give the phone back to John and step away.
I mentioned he is busy, right?
In a meeting?
Yep, there's a meeting happening right now. He left his phone on his desk.
You're quite audacious. Who gave you permission to touch my husband's phone, read messages, and reply on his behalf?
You're on the verge of divorce, so why still refer to each other as husband and wife?
What did you say? Divorce? Who's talking about divorce?
John didn't fill you in? His family saw the news about your resignation and felt you weren't a suitable match for him anymore. They want you two to get a divorce.
What? John never mentioned any of this to me. He definitely wouldn't agree.
How can you be so sure? People can change.
I need to talk to him directly. Give the phone back and step aside. John!
He's back.
What just happened? What did she tell you?
John? Is that really you? Janet, don't play games with me.
It's me. I'm John. I just wrapped up a meeting. Janet has been boldly using my phone without permission.
Why don't you have a password on your phone?
Just being cautious. I read a story about someone who had an accident, but no one could unlock their phone to notify their family because it was password protected.
That's suspicious.
How have you been this past few days? I've been swamped with work and haven't had a chance to text you.
John, why did Janet just mention divorce? She said your family is forcing us to divorce. Is that true?
So, she told you everything. That's right. I'm being pressured into divorcing you. They said if I didn't, they would disown me.
That's outrageous. How could they do that to their own children?
I don't know, but they're my family after all.
Families are supposed to love and support each other through tough times. What were they thinking?
Over the past month, they've been coming to the company every day to pressure me. It's affecting my work and my colleagues. I'm even at risk of losing my job over this. I'm just really worn out. I wanted to stop.
What? What do you mean you wanted to stop?
Let's get a divorce, Alice. I'm sorry, but I can't handle this anymore. I want everything to end. Please, understand.
But what about me? I'm a victim too. Why are you pushing all of this onto me?
I know it's not fair to you, but I truly can't go on like this. Please, help me and agree to the divorce, Alice.
You leave me with no choice. It's like you're forcing me to do what you want.
I know I shouldn't put you in this position, but I've done my best to help you. Please, agree to the divorce. Do it for me, Alice.
This is incredibly cruel. You're being so cruel to me, John. Fine, let's get a divorce. Let's just end it all.
Really? Thank you for agreeing. I'll bring the divorce papers down and also come to pick you up. We'll go to court tomorrow.
You're really in a hurry. It's like out of sight, out of mind.
Maybe so. I can see that my love for you has faded. Everything I've done was out of marital responsibility. I'm sorry, Alice.
What? I can't believe I'm hearing this from you. Are you really out of love? Since when? Why didn't you tell me sooner?
It started about 3 months ago. I didn't dare say anything because of the recent incident at the company. I was afraid you wouldn't be able to handle this truth, so I kept it to myself.
That's so harsh, John. You're saying this now, just when I had some hope? You're shattering it.
Please try to understand my position.
Stop. I don't want to talk anymore. Let's meet in the court tomorrow. Goodbye, John.
Thank you, and goodbye, Alice.
Hello, Janet. It's been a while. How's it going?
Alice, are you still around?
Of course. I'm still here, alive and kicking. Just to chat with you.
About what? I don't have any interest in chatting with someone like you, living in the countryside.
Well, that's quite disrespectful. Still holding on to the title of the president's wife?
What do you mean by that? I am still the president's wife. You can't even dream of it.
The one who's dreaming here is you. Let me help you snap out of it by taking your position as the president's wife away from you.
That's quite amusing, Alice. What can someone like you, living in the countryside with nothing, do to me? Oh, I get it. You've been out there in the countryside tending to crops and livestock for so long that you've gone delusional. So impoverished. I am still the CEO's wife. How could you possibly remove me from that position? It's been 5 years. It's time to wake up, Alice. Don't embarrass yourself any further.
It's true that you're completely clueless, aren't you? You can talk like that because you don't know anything.
What nonsense are you talking about? If you're not feeling well, take some medicine. Don't talk bullshit things.
Haven't you seen the recent news?
What news? If it's about me, then it's probably something about the pampered life of the president's wife.
Nice joke, Janet. But unfortunately, you're way off the mark.
Oh, please tell me then.
It's not easy to say. See for yourself.
What the heck, Alice? You jerk! What have you done?
The backlash was stronger than I anticipated.
You did this, didn't you? Take it all down, immediately.
What's the matter, Janet? When you go around bad-mouthing others, don't you expect that others might bad-mouth you too? How naive.
You? I'll find you and make you pay.
Oh? Give it a try. I'd like to see if you dare set foot outside. Ha ha ha!
Why would you do this to me?
Why? Because you're the one in the wrong, and I'm here to serve up some justice. I have to take down someone as wicked as you so you can't cause any more harm.
What on earth are you talking about? Are you still bitter because I took everything from you?
Why should I be bitter?
It's clear you're bitter, so you sought revenge on me. From that bracelet in middle school to your company, I've taken everything that belonged to you. I'm going to strip you of everything you have.
That bracelet! So it was you who took it. Are you that envious of me?
Since I was young, I was always the center of attention. A wealthy, attractive girl who excelled in academics and had talent. My life was going perfectly until you showed up. Some kind of monster from who knows where moved into my class and took everything away from me. Those classmates were blind. They compared us and said you were prettier than me. In terms of academics, I used to be the top student, but after you joined, I could only manage second place. I don't know what you did, but the teachers really favored you and they boosted your grades, right?
Goodness! That's such a petty reason. I never thought you were so envious of me. I was thrilled because I made friends with a lively, beautiful person with a fantastic voice. I never imagined you saw me in such a negative light.
Are you mocking me? I may have a great singing voice, but what's the point? Everyone watches you playing the piano and singing. You can even play the violin and trumpet. What kind of talent is that?
I don't possess any innate talent. What you see is the result of my daily hard work and dedication. I've done my best under the expectations and pressures of my family. You, on the other hand, live a comfortably and leisurely life. Yet you can't fathom what it is about me that makes you so envious. That's your mistake. And now I intend to make you pay for it.
What can you do? Talking about rumors won't get you anywhere.
Oh, it seems the president's wife is quite influential, being photographed and even having a video of her engaging in intimate activities with her lover. And still, she can speak boldly.
Well, it's all just a bunch of nonsense. I only need to make one phone call and it will all be taken down.
Impressive! You're not afraid of consequences, are you?
I've told you that what you're doing right now is futile. It doesn't affect me in the slightest.
Really, embezzler?
What are you talking about? Who are you accusing of embezzlement?
I'm telling you. Since the last time I was falsely accused of embezzlement, it turns out you were the real embezzler.
Shut up! You're making baseless accusations.
Fine. I won't dwell on the past. But we still need to talk about the present, don't we?
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
I mean, you're still embezzling money from the company, and I've found out.
Are you out of your mind? What nonsense are you spouting? Do you have any evidence to accuse me?
Of course, I have evidence. Just like the last time when you used transaction transfer information to manipulate and pressure me into resigning, I hadn't transferred any money, and my phone was always with me. Yet somehow you had access to that information. It made me very suspicious. And I finally uncovered that there was an inside accomplice.
Inside what?
Whether it's an inside job or not, you'll find out in the end. In short, I now have evidence of your embezzlement. I have your transaction history, as well as data from the accounting department.
You're lying. You're saying this to trap me, but I won't fall into your scheme so easily.
If you're in the dark about something, you should listen up. Given that you had full access to the company's finances, you decided to divert company funds into your personal accounts through a series of intricate transactions.
Don't go slinging accusations like that.
Zip it and keep listening. Suspicion first arose when the company's finance department detected irregularities in the financial statements during a routine audit. Upon closer inspection, they uncovered discrepancies in fund disbursements, with substantial amounts unaccounted for. Further investigation led to the discovery of the embezzlement scheme. And with your transaction history, I can confidently say that you're the embezzler. You concocted bogus financial reports to deceive the company.
Impossible. How do you know?
You've got a talent for deceiving others. You managed to fool a lot of people. But this time, you won't be able to fool me.
I did it so discreetly. How could you know?
The truth has a way of coming out, no matter how hard you try to hide it.
Did you plant an inside accomplice next to me?
I didn't need to do that. Your actions and how you treat others have a way of catching up with you.
Traitors. If I ever discover who betrayed me, I'll make sure that person will disappear.
Easy there. Your other crime hasn't even been resolved, and now you're talking about committing murder? You want to go to jail that badly? Don't worry, I'll make sure you get there. There's no need to rush.
Are you crazy? Who wants to go to jail? I still have proof that you stole from the company's safe 5 years ago. If you try to send me to jail, I'll make sure you come with me.
That's quite a claim. But I already know who initiated the transaction on my phone. You're just an unwitting accomplice. I'll ensure that all of you face the consequences, one by one.
What are you going to do? Don't involve the police. Aren't you afraid of going to jail?
I haven't done anything wrong, so there's no reason to be afraid. You should be the one trembling and begging me, because I will definitely put you in prison for fraud, misappropriation of property, slander, and defamation. I can't accuse you of adultery or your dirty deeds, but rest assured, people will judge you, even if the law can't.
No way. I forbid you to report me.
How do you plan to stop me? I've already filed a lawsuit against you, and you don't even know where I am. What can you do to prevent it, Janet?
No, I don't want to go to jail. I know. I'm sorry. I'll also repay that money. Please, forgive me this time. I'll leave the company and you'll never see me again.
It's amusing to see you begging, but it's too late, Janet. My decision won't forgive you. Actually, I never intended to forgive you at all. Dress up nicely for court, Alice, because once you're in prison, fashion won't be your concern anymore.
Wait, Alice, don't do this to me.
Hey, John. It's been a while.
Alice? How have you been lately?
Getting used to the single life. Now I'm taking care of a few things on my own to make ends meet. What about you? Is everything okay?
Things are pretty much the same, but it's not the same without you.
Is that so? I hear you're the CEO now. Congratulations!
It was no big deal. I just got lucky.
No, John. You earned that position with your skills.
You're giving me too much credit, but I guess I do have some abilities.
Like the ability to scheme and harm others? Oh, and let's not forget your acting skills. Playing the caring, loving husband while plotting against your wife? Quite the talent, I must say. Juggling two roles without getting confused.
Alice, I'm hurt by all this. I've always done my best for you, and you think I'm the one who harmed you?
Spare me the theatrics.
I'm not pretending, Alice. These are my genuine feelings.
You know what, John? I really miss you.
I miss you too, Alice.
I remember how you used to protect me, ensuring my safety from the crowd and arranging everything for me. Back then, I felt your care and love.
I did it because I loved you.
But that's all in the past now. I've learned that my ex-husband was involved in a scheme to take over my company.
What? What are you talking about?
You, along with the deputy director David and secretary Janet, conspired against me. Isn't that right, my dear husband?
Alice, even though we're not together anymore, you can't accuse me like that. I was genuinely concerned about you, and this is how you react?
Why did that fake transaction history appear on my computer? Who could access my phone, know my password, and have the most possible access to my banking app?
When I was your husband, it's true that we shared everything. But that doesn't mean I'm the one who did it.
I checked the transaction times. It's all when you borrowed my phone, when I was in a meeting, or when I was taking a shower. Oh, even when I was asleep.
So what?
The only person who eats and sleeps with me is you.
Even so, it's still not enough evidence.
That strange account number, where my account transaction history changed to $20,000, I've already identified its owner.
Oh? Who is it?
I stumbled upon it by accident. Back then, I was thinking in the wrong direction, but now it's crystal clear.
Who? Spill it out.
It's Secretary Janet. If you're wondering how I know, the police just arrested her.
What? Janet got arrested? For what crime?
She's charged with fraud, slander, defamation, and misappropriation of property. You can ask her all about it when you're in jail together to get the full picture.
I have nothing to do with her. But how did you find out?
Because she's a fool who thought she could outsmart me in every way. Her plan was full of flaws, and she panicked easily when exposed. That made it easier for me to get her arrested. She even mentioned that her lover would seek revenge. So cute.
What? Saying such things? Is she crazy?
Why are you suddenly so upset?
I mean, she must be crazy to think like that. How can her husband save her?
It's not husband. She said lover.
Maybe they're just used to calling each other that. It's normal for husband and wife to use such terms.
No, John, that never happened. Unless she mentioned someone else, it was her lover. She must have an affair, and that person seems to hold a high position.
So it's adultery. What a flirtatious woman. I had no idea she was that kind of person.
You do know, John. You know very well about her.
Know what? This is the first I've heard about it.
What thick skin you have! Are you willing to throw others away and trample them for your benefit?
I'm not involved. Competent people will move forward and less intelligent people will become their stepping stones.
You're the red flag for every girl. A real bad guy.
Well, if she's dumb, she has to deal with it. I don't need useless people.
So now that she's no longer useful, we should just toss her aside?
Exactly. If something has no more use, why bother keeping it?
How can you talk about your lover that way? You're really heartless.
What lover are you even talking about? You're spouting nonsense.
I know everything. You've been meeting up with her behind my back for a year now. But I was foolish, thinking that as long as you treated me well, I could pretend not to know.
I never had an affair.
Meeting 4 times a week at the Main Street Shopping Center, always at 6 p.m., with the excuse of working overtime. Then I went for coffee and finally headed to the XO Hotel. It seems to be your and Janet's favorite place. I've noticed you both going there every time.
Are you making this up? Your fabrications won't make me confess.
Still denying it? One time, I had to meet a client at the XO Hotel. I sat in the lobby with the guests, hidden from view. I saw you two embracing and kissing as you went to rent a hotel room.
No way. You're lying.
Why would I lie? The day you asked me for a divorce, you were at the XO Hotel with your mistress, Janet. Probably while you were in the shower, you took your phone and replied to my message. Am I right, adulterer?
Well, I didn't expect someone as clueless as you to figure it out. I have to give you credit for that. I deceived you for over a year without you knowing.
You seem proud of the dirty things you've done.
People only say that when they can't do anything about the person who deceived them.
It's pointless talking to a scoundrel. So, my conclusion is that I'm sending you and your little lover, Janet, to prison.
Threaten me? All these empty words are baseless.
Of course, there must be proof. I know all your plans to take me down. The first is to create rumors. This is very suitable for someone who is talkative and good at manipulating others like Janet. You told her to create anonymous defamatory rumors online. And then joined in the discussion and spread bad rumors about me to everyone in the company. Meanwhile, you transferred money from the company's account to another account. Each time you transferred a small amount and took a photo of the transaction as proof. Once you'd transferred the target amount, you told Janet to write a post exposing me online, saying I embezzled the money, cheated on wages, and abused employees, including evidence of the fake transaction history you created.
It's not all true. Why should I do that?
There's more. To make it easier to manipulate public opinion, you created about a dozen clone accounts pretending to be company employees to act as victims and confirm that what the article said was true. As for the photo of me having an affair, it was a photo of me and the deputy director walking together. He was fully dressed and happened to meet me at the hotel and then got photographed, which was also your plan. Am I right, John?
That's a nice detail, but where's the evidence? Sounds like you made it up yourself.
The person who told me about this whole plan has some interesting evidence. Not only are there messages from the 3 people discussing the plan, but there is also a recording of you explaining the plan to the 2 others. There are also photos of you and Janet having an affair together. Oh, and there's also a video of the 3 of you celebrating and toasting for successfully getting rid of me from the company.
You're lying, right? You're definitely lying. Who the hell is the person who told you this?
Who knows? When the police come to take you away, you'll find out if I'm telling the truth or joking.
Are you crazy? That doesn't threaten me.
Haha! What if I'm a crazy murderer?
What the hell? When did I kill someone? I did not.
That employee you just fired. Because he splashed water on Miss Janet's shoes and refused to lick her shoes clean?
Ah, that ignorant guy. He's been annoying me for a long time. That's just an excuse to get rid of him.
It's true that being a CEO allows you to do whatever you want to others, including ruining their lives.
Huh?
After he was fired, you also withheld his salary. When he came to demand it, you instructed your people to beat him. You were the one who delivered the final blow, a direct hit to his head. He ended up in the hospital but didn't make it. The doctor's report concluded that the fatal injury was indeed the blow to his head. So it's clear you intentionally took someone's life.
He's dead? Haha, who would believe that?
A nearby camera captured it all, and you can't deny it. Before you could tamper with it, it was already taken away. Guess what? I have it now.
No way. On that day, the guy who went to retrieve the camera claimed it was broken, and that he'd taken care of the rest of the cameras. You bribed him, didn't you?
Oh, you're clever. But there was no bribe involved. It was just a little deal we struck.
That treacherous bastard.
Haha! Can a traitor accuse others of betrayal? You've got some nerve. If you've done wrong, you'll have to face the consequences.
It's all your fault, you scoundrel. You took a higher position than your husband and didn't support him.
That's why you hate me and want to bring me down?
As a wife, you should have stayed at home, cooking and doing the laundry. A wife shouldn't rise above her husband and give him assigned work. It's disgraceful. And now you plan to throw me in jail. Do you think I'll just let that happen?
Do you think you can still threaten me now? You only have two options.
What bullshit is that?
Option 1. Surrender, confess to all your crimes, apologize, return the company and the money. Option 2. I, along with all the evidence I have, will sue you for all the crimes mentioned above. So, which one do you prefer?
Are you insane? I can't choose between those. I won't choose, and you can't do a thing to me.
That's fine. I'll make the choice for you. I'll release all the evidence and expose your crimes online, and you'll have no dignity left. Trust me, if you dare step out, people will curse and beat you. Your life will be an endless nightmare. Eventually, the police will get involved, or someone will report you, and then you'll end up in jail. So, what do you think? It's just a matter of time, whether it's a long or short process.
You're heartless. I never thought you'd be this kind of person.
The old Alice is dead. I'm no longer foolish to turn a blind eye to your wrongdoing. I'll make sure the whole world knows what kind of person you are. Now choose, John. Decide wisely. If you confess, your sentence may be reduced. I'll count to 3, and if you don't choose, I'll make the decision for you. 1, 2, 3.
I'll turn myself in. I surrender, okay? Are you satisfied?
Not very satisfied, but it'll do. Remember to complete all the paperwork and meet me at the police station. See you tomorrow.
Curse you. When I get out of jail, I'll make you pay.
If you can get out of prison.
What do you mean?
If you want to know, I'll tell you tomorrow. Just make sure to be on time or face the consequences. I don't like waiting. Goodbye, John.
What? Tell me now, Alice. Come back here.
Done.
Already? Did they confess?
Absolutely. The evidence is solid. John agreed to surrender and hand over the company.
What? John is willing to turn himself in? That's almost too good to be true. How did you manage it?
Oh, it's nothing special. Just threw in a murder accusation and sprinkled a bit of a threat about his future.
Murder? Did he actually kill someone?
Indeed, the employee he fired. He dealt a fatal blow to the head.
That's not true. That guy recovered, but later on he was diagnosed with end-stage liver cancer and passed away.
Well, that's all right. As long as nobody finds out, John is still on the hook for murder. It's the price he pays for abusing his power and resorting to violence. If he had simply injured someone badly, he would have tried to hush it up with the money. But now that he's facing a murder accusation, he's going to freak out even more. And when he's in a panic, he tends to make mistakes. Even if it's proven he didn't commit murder, his assault on that guy will be exposed in court, in front of everyone.
You're pretty ruthless, Alice. Using that tactic to get him to turn himself in. As a CEO, your bag of tricks rivals anyone else's.
That goes for you too, Deputy Director. After being betrayed by those two, you also plan to team up with me to get revenge.
You're right, Alice. After all, the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Since you came forward and spilled the beans on everything, and since you were also a victim of their deceit, I decided to join forces with you. I can't forgive the ones who betrayed and harmed me.
I know the sting of betrayal. I can't forgive those two either. Those schemers from the agreement handed the company over to that scumbag John. Not me as originally planned. Little did I know that my beloved and cherished wife was having an affair behind my back. It was because of that snake that I went along with their scheme. I deeply regret what happened to you, Alice.
It's never too late to do the right thing, David.
I know what I have to do. I'll be a witness in court to expose the crimes of those other two. I'll make sure they end up in jail.
Wise choice, David. I'll see you in court tomorrow. Goodbye.
See you in court, Alice.
During the trial, David didn't disappoint me. He played a crucial role in exposing John and Janet's crimes, even confessing his involvement and offering an apology in court. Since he cooperated, he only received a fine and a few days of detention for his part. What a smart move! John and Janet, on the other hand, got sentenced to prison. John, not realizing he'd spent life behind bars for murder, had a priceless reaction in court, going from shock to screaming, making it the headline of the day. Janet seemed utterly lost upon hearing the court's verdict. So, the age-old truth holds. Bad people face the consequences, and the good find their happiness. I've regained my company, my honor, and my position. David is no longer the deputy director, but I offered him a position as an employee, and he gladly accepted. Despite the betrayal, I can't let such a talented individual slip away. After all, he climbed to the position of deputy director on his merit. I'll be keeping a close eye on him as he once deceived me. Life is peaceful again, but I can't help but wonder if I'll ever fully trust those around me. Nonetheless, life goes on, and I hope that time will gradually restore my faith in the people around me.